Hi everybody, it's Keri Johnson on day 3 of our manifesting training party, and I can't wait to get into this today. I can't wait to see who's going to jump on and how you guys are doing, and to celebrate your wins with you, because that's what it's all about, doing this together. So I want to first start by telling you some of my wins, and it's funny because things that I did not write down when I'm scripting. Hi you guys. Things that I didn't write down when I was scripting. We write down one desire, we order it one time, and we get into the vibe of it, the energy of it, and we get excited about what's to come. So that excitement then not only powers up your desire, it also just starts opening up doors of possibilities for other things to come in. You're allowing the universe to deliver you. Hey Paula, hey Jennifer, Juliana, Jenna, you guys make this fun for me. Thank you. So we open up our power source, and allow the universe. This is the art. One of the ways of receiving. The art of receiving is to acknowledge and line up your energies with your frequency of what you want. So I got 5 Amazon orders yesterday, and a couple, and that's few and far between because I'm still struggling with my Amazon store. So much going on, and that's a whole other story. But 5 came in yesterday. This morning I woke up to 2 more online orders for my shirts, and I also got the stimulus check. Mine was $1,000. So guys, check your bank accounts because people are getting the stimulus checks. I know my daughter's boyfriend's, his was $1,200, mine was $1,000. I don't know why. I don't care. I'm grateful. I put that in my little app, and I heard the cash register do the cha-ching thing, and it was very, very nice. So feeling abundant all the way around. Definitely, excited that I get to be with my kids. Then my older daughter came over and brought her little puppy this morning. So it's been an amazing day this morning. So tell me about your wins and what we can help celebrate you with. How are you guys doing with this? Do you have questions? I would love to hear from you when it comes to your wins, so I can celebrate them with you. But we talked a lot about fear yesterday. Fear I think is like the number one blocker. And it has it does so many different things to us. So we talked about fear stopping us yesterday, and I made a post in the group. Where in your life has fear stopped you from doing doing something, whether it's moving, whether it's dating someone, whether it's having a hard conversation, changing jobs, because we get so comfortable. We get so comfortable in our situations that even if we want to move, not knowing what's on the other side of the fence is scarier than sitting in something that may not be desirable. Isn't that strange? And on the other side of fear is always miracles. But that's when you have to listen to your intuition and be guided properly and take that leap of faith and not allow the fear to stop you. Not allow the fear to stop you from getting on the roller coaster if you really want to get on the roller coaster. I wouldn't have done half the things in my life. And I almost play with fear as an energetic exercise. If something scares me, I know I have to do it. This has nothing to do with safety at all. This is only exciting fear. Fear like doing live videos or making a phone call or just doing a training, something like that. Something that might put me outside of my comfort zone, but I know that there's magic on the other side of it. So I have to take on the challenge of that. And then it's fun. It's fun. So we are asking all the time, we're scripting, we're writing, and we're getting delivered some hits of intuitive movements, our next guidance system. And sometimes we don't want to do it. And sometimes we say no. And that could be the next step to get you to where you want to go, your next level, your next client, your next job, your next party, whatever it is. And we have the choice. We've got the free will to say yes or no. And it will come around again, maybe in a different way, because I do still believe that, there are all sorts of avenues to getting us, where we want to go. Some take longer than others. So when you're allowing fear to be in charge, we have to recognize why we're afraid of it. And a lot of times we're afraid of it because we're afraid of failure. We are afraid of success sometimes because we don't know what that looks like. It could open up a whole new can of worms, so we think, but we can script it the other way. It may look like we have to work more and have less time for our family because that's the traditional thinking. You can script it a different way. It may look like we might embarrass ourselves, and then what? Because that's a terrible feeling, being embarrassed. having people make fun of us, being judged, all because of fear. But when you break it down, like, okay, so what if I embarrass myself? So what if it fails? Who cares? What's the bottom line of that? I take my clients through this whole, question and answer to break open this block that's been in us for years. When you get to the bottom of it, you're like, so what? I have to try it. If I want to get to the next level, if I want to move forward, I can't allow me being afraid of what someone else thinks to get in my way, to stop me, because that person isn't doing it. They're not moving. They're not giving me advice. They're not paying my bills. But a lot of times we're caught up in what other people think, and that stops us. So that's a no-no. That's very, very bad when it comes to fear. Let's see, you guys. Hi, Kathy. Juliana, I got invited to be on a high-level call. Amazing. I love that. I'd like to hear more about that. Karen. Hi, Keri. Can you remind me about the app that you talked about? It's called Lucky Bitch. It's only for Apple users, I guess, because I've had a couple people that were on Androids having a hard time finding it, but there's got to be something different if you're not on an Apple device. Even if you don't have an Apple or an iPhone, let's see, what did they put it on their iPad, I guess. And I don't know if it works on the computer, but it's a great tracking system. It gives you like a little cash register ring. It makes it fun. It makes it fun to receive, actually. So, Juliana, you enrolled a new business partner. Amazing. You're on a roll. Jennifer, I had an amazing unexpected win. I wanted the energy to clean my house, but before the energy came, my daughter came down in the middle of the night and cleaned the whole kitchen. Oh my gosh, I know, right? So when did we believe that actually, someone else cleaning up our kitchen, our mess, whatever, would be so powerful and amazing? I know. Jenna, paid my taxes and credit card off. Fantastic. That's goes into my energy leak talk. We'll talk about later. Is debt and bills and how to look at it actually in a positive way. Carolyn, the flat tire came and fixed for free and changed the spark plugs and engine filter. That's perfect, because I don't like doing that. So Amanda, change the light bulbs and change stuff like that is absolutely amazing. And it's a blessing. I mean, not to be stranded with a flat tire or a car that's not reliable. So that's so cool, you guys. Okay, let's see. So getting back to daydreaming as well, we forget to daydream. And when we were kids, that's all we did, is daydream. Kids are so creative, and there is no fear, and they're so innocent, and they can play that they're the princess of the castle and build on top of it and build on top of it and build on top of it. But when I was going to school, I don't know about you guys, but we were always like, I went to Catholic schools and with nuns and stuff like that, and always, had our arms slapped, get your head out of the clouds, get back to reality, get back to earth, because my head was so much more happier in the clouds, daydreaming. And we weren't allowed to do it. We were almost like, just, I don't know, we got in trouble for it. It wasn't a good feeling. So therefore, as adults, we think that this is what we're supposed to do. Everything, what it looks like, what my life appears is reality, which it's not. It's not. We've talked about that how we can mold it and create it and have the most amazing life. Every day is a blank canvas, and you're the artist of it, every day. So we set it up as like long-term goals or the long-term beautiful painting that we're creating, and then we can add to it. And we can also change it. We can change it. It doesn't have to be stuck in stone when you first say it. That's one of the things that I was afraid to say, a long time ago. Well, what if I don't want to mess it up when I say it? So how can I say it perfectly? Because, like if a genie comes and asks you 3 wishes, what would be those wishes? You have to think really long and hard if you're only getting 3 wishes. So to know that you can't mess it up, to always allow the universe to deliver higher and better. This is what I want, but this or something better. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Always saying thank you, and then just celebrating the small things, because obviously when I first started, celebrating the small things just opens up your container to allow for all the random stuff to come in. Random, not random, so it's so fun. Let's see. Okay, so setting the scene as you're getting excited. I talked about this too in my other group. I love setting the scene all day long. Like I love little amber lighting, little lights all around my house. I love candles. I love soft music on. And there were homes that I went into when I was younger where everybody would just shut all the lights off. They'd have no lights on during the day, and then at night, everyone would shut every single light off. And I'm like, it just snuffed the energy out of it. I felt it. I don't know if anyone else feels that, but I feel like little twinkling lights around your house just give such amazing energy to it. It makes me feel calm. It makes me feel safe. It just makes me feel like I'm in an environment that I enjoy. And therefore, you know, I'm in this mode of, you know, high vibing, and then I can journal or script or allow and get excited for, you know, what is going to be delivered. So I love setting the scene. I would love to know how you guys set your scenes, what some of your favorite things are too. Let's see. So when we're desiring something, the way to call it in even faster is not by focusing on the desire. That's why we order it one time. So I see my friend Amy is watching. Amy and I went on a lot of trips together, and we had so much fun. We had silly shenanigans, as she would call it. We would wake up and we would script our days every day. What do we want? Silly things. And she's like, I want to float today. I want a raft. And I'm like, I've never ever seen a raft on this beach before. And all of a sudden, not too much longer, our beach boy comes up and has this pink raft, and he says, you know, who wants this raft? And I'm like, wow, that's so funny. We were manifesting just out of pure intention, out of just pure fun. And it was so much fun. We giggled and giggled and giggled. And that was one of the things we put on our things. We want to float and we want to giggle. And we did. We giggled a lot, right? So moving into like relationships too. What is your relationship with yourself first, relationship with money, and your relationship with others? So many people I have found have a hard time receiving. We talked about this, I think, on day one. And if the whole world was just giving, you'd be giving to someone's back because they would be giving to the next person, and they would be giving to the next person. There wouldn't be anybody to receive. And you can only give so much without receiving. Likewise, you can't keep receiving, because then the giver would run out. There would be no one to give because everybody would be receiving. So there's always an even exchange of energy. Always an even exchange of energy. So if someone's going to give you a compliment, take the compliment. Thank you so much, because they want to give the compliment. Everybody wants to give, and it's also fun to receive, but we need to work on making it more fun for us to receive, and then give them something else later on. I hear a lot of people when they have meals bought for them, oh, I'll get you next time. Oh, don't do that. You know, like they feel like they're in debt then, indebted to the person. No one wants to be indebted to anybody else. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful for this. And then slip them something else at another time, you know, a different energy exchange. That also keeps your container open to receive. So the relationship to money, since money is energy, it's just paper, as we can see. Now the government just printing, you know. I didn't think that they could do that, but printing money, so it's just paper. So we line up with the energy of it. So who we are being calls in the money. Not focusing on the money though, focusing on the desire of what it provides. What does the money provide? So scoot your desire over. What does the money provide? Well, and I know it provides, you know, consistency and safety. So we feel. I feel calm when I have it. I am able to buy dinners for my family and friends. I'm able to buy dinners and give to those that, you know, that need it. It makes me feel really good because I'm a leader and I was put in this role. So I accept the role of that, download the money to me so then I can distribute evenly wherever it's supposed to go, however it's supposed to work, you know. And I'm so excited that I was actually put in that role. So not just I want $100, I want $1 million, because it's too flat. It doesn't have any power to it. So to not think about the money and think about what you enjoy doing with it gives your desire around money, wanting it, needing it, a whole different energy. Then you don't need it. You're enjoying it and you're telling the universe what you're going to do with it. And obviously, if there's anything else, you know, charities you want me to set up, or a new business I'm supposed to start, or inventory for my business, so I can continue to serve. Everybody here, all you guys, every single person is a gift from God, a miracle. No matter what you were told when you were growing up, no matter what, rocky relationships you were in, because a lot of times we take on some pretty negative things, from other people as well, and we kind of take them as loss sometimes. And everybody here is meant to help somebody else, no matter where you are. A third grader always needs a fourth grader. A fourth grader always needs a fifth grader. Vice versa, There's always someone looking up to you, and there's always someone that you can help up. So the goal is for all of us to work together in this, and to help, to love, to lead, to guide, and to learn as much as we can, to learn the secrets of the universe, to learn these ancient secrets that were hidden. They've been hidden for a long time. They're in the Bible. There are hidden scrolls. There are other things that were taken out of the Bible, hidden, that are being released. That's why it's called The Secret. The kings and queens knew about it. The very wealthy know about it, but the regular people didn't know about it. That's why they didn't allow people to have books. They don't want them to know, because knowledge is power. And now, since we have this knowledge, we are going to be powering up for good, and also to provide lifestyles for ourselves, to get the desires we want, to change the paradigm, to shatter the paradigm, so I can stop my ancestral beliefs and paradigms right here, right now, so my kids have a whole new footprint, so I can put a different footprint in the earth, on the beaches, and they can do, what they believe in. We do for us what we believe in. How does it feel? It's an emotional game. How does it feel for you? If it doesn't feel good, don't do it. And so many times throughout my life, I had to do things that didn't feel good because I thought I was supposed to. I was being respectful. I was listening to the guidelines and it didn't feel good. So now it's like, if it's not a number 10 experience, I don't participate. And I also don't feel bad about saying that, because we need to protect our own energy and our own beliefs. And we have a lot of stuff to rewire and rework through because of how we were brought up and raised. So going along those lines, it's boundaries and standards. Like, how are you going to allow people to treat you? How are you going to allow people to talk to you? Do you know who you are? Like, how do you feel about it with somebody, whether it's a partner, whether it's a friend, whether it's someone just kind of giving backhanded compliments? If you accept those, even if you're just going to roll your eyes and walk away, if you accept those, you're lowering your standard for what you are accepting in life. So you accept something like that in one area, yet you are asking for the universe to deliver you something magnificent over here, VIP, whatever. But yet over here, it's saying, okay, I'm super confused because you kind of like the ragamuffin situation over here. I don't know if that lines up with you, the VIP over here. So let's correct the situation over here. Let's not allow the person to talk to you that way. Let's not allow the relationships like this. Let's not just take clients or payments just because you don't really care about it. You're just taking it for the money. You're not taking it for what it's going to provide for. And prove it. Prove it to me that you're worthy and ready and willing and able to have what you want over here. So we do get prove it moments like that too. And sometimes if we're stuck in life, we have to kind of look across the board, because where we do one thing, we do it in most areas of our life, whether we want to admit it or not. That's a hard one to admit because I've been there, but it's just something to be very aware of. So relationship lists, I teach my clients too. And you can write down the qualities of someone if you're looking for a partner, or if you're in a relationship and you want the partnership to change a little bit, you can still do this. Write down all the qualities of the person that you are looking for. And you can write down 100 qualities and then circle your top 50. And then maybe the top 20 are your, the ones that you absolutely need. Obviously we don't need all 100, but it's the qualities of the person. It's how they make you feel. So one of my clients wrote down her relationship list, and then she came to me, she goes, oh my gosh, she goes, I got a date, and he's everything that's on my list except I'm not attracted to him. And I'm like, well, what did you put on your list then if you're not attracted to him? And she's like, well, that he was handsome on the inside and out. And I'm like, she goes, which he is, but I'm not attracted to him. And I'm like, okay, all right, well, erase that. And then we're going to put mutual passionate, connection, mutually attracted to each other. Get the feeling of it. Get the feeling of what you want this person, to be like. Imagine you being with them. Imagine you sitting across the table looking at them. Imagine you holding their hand, in bed or something like that. Like, just imagine being loved and cared for and honored by this person. Mutual though, because obviously you don't want it, one-sided. I want them generous. I want them, obviously handsome, but they think the same thing about me. And then build your list like that. Like, totally make a fantasy of it. We're so good at making fantasies going the other way. The worst case scenario. And we stay there and we create this movie it's like, we need like 3 of them. We need like a trilogy of it because it's so amazing. And I'm going to take you through A, B, and C, and then give you the finale. No, we need to stay over here and just create the fantasy of the life that we want. Create the fantasy of the partners that we want. And if you're in a relationship and there are some things that need to be changed, I like to focus on all the good qualities of the person, no matter how angry I am with them, all the amazing qualities of them. Why did I fall in love with them to begin with? All the amazing qualities. And then everything that really just irritates the crap out of me. Those also get their own list because I want to recognize them. Okay, this pisses me off, anything like that. Then take those qualities and turn them, what would I want? What do I want out of these? Flip them into positives. Now you've got a whole list of only positives, and you're just creating like this, this Superman. And I'll tell you, doing that either changes the energy of the relationship. It changes them without even talking to them. They can feel the energy. We're all energy. You could be like shifting it. If you're showing up that way, you've got to be showing up that way too. If you have those negative traits in you too, then you mirror each other. So you can't change one without changing the other. So you change it for you, and guaranteed that they'll be either changing or someone that's on your list will step in. This or something better. And I've had people say, no, but I really want that person. I want that exact person. Him. And I'm like, but he's either going to change and step up, or you're going to be delivered someone better. So why wouldn't you want, if there's an opportunity to be honored and loyalty and honor and have this amazing relationship, amazing person be delivered to you, this amazing gift, you just want this person, or do you want true, like, passionate soul connectedness? But sometimes then they have to work it out for themselves because it will never work out. But I always like saying this or something better to keep it open. The universe knows more than we do. We talk about that. So one of my favorite quotes is by Henry Ford, and it says, whether you think you can or think you can't, you're right. So it's just our choice. And we're human, so of course we go into our human mind. Of course we go there, and then that's how we have to just like take care of ourselves for a minute. We have to take care of ourselves. Going back to the giving and everybody receiving, like the even exchange of energy, a lot of mothers, a lot of women do this, where it's just they only give. A lot of men do it too. Only give, only give, only give. They work to give, and there's no even exchange of energy. So they become depleted and unhappy. Most people in life are unhappy. They're unhappy because they're depleted. They're unhappy because they haven't found their fulfillment, their passion, what they truly are here for. And they're allowing the old stories, the old paradigms to take over, to sit in their mind and block them as truth, which then creates diseases, which then creates evidence of their life sucking. And see, I told you my life sucks, and now look what happened to me. We don't want to go there. We do not want to go there because we know the power. We know the secret of all this. So if it does not feel good, don't do it. No one needs to be psychic, but your intuition will give you a hit, yes or no, ASAP. And we go against those a lot. We go against the red flags a lot. And I am always curious, and I'm like, well, that really wasn't a red flag. It was just like something like a pink flower, right? It was just really pretty. It wasn't a red flag. So then I go another red flag, and I'm like, I start tripping over poles until I get what I call an aggressive universal adjustment. Like the whole universe and the whole team is up there looking, going, I don't know. Put another red flag in the ground. She's not seeing them. She keeps running through them. She keeps tripping over them. All right, one more, and you're going to spin her around to the point where water's going to come out of her face. Yeah, they're not fun. They are not fun. I've had many because I'm risky and I go after things. But watch your red flags. If it does not feel right, it's not right. And don't get to the point of the aggressive universal adjustment, because it always ends up in tears. That's truth. Jenna, I did that when I got a divorce. It was amazing. Yes. Jennifer, so if you're already completely depleted, do you just start with baby steps? Yes, first of all, I would ask for energy. You start by asking no matter what you need, and show me what I can do to fill my cup up. Take care of yourself. Take a bath, go for a walk, get your own space for a moment, and own your power, because you're beautiful and you have a huge life to live. So ask for the guidance to fill your cup up. I used to say go get a massage, but now things are tough. But anything that will put you in a comfortable situation for the moment. Honor yourself. We have to start with ourselves. No one else is going to do it for us. We've got to stand with ourselves. And when people say, he completes me, you've got to be 100% standing in your own power, finding someone that matches you standing in your own power, or your career, or whatever you're doing, so you can have 100% your own, and then you match up with someone that gives you the equal vibration of it. You can't come in at 50% and expecting someone to fill that other 50%, nor do you want someone at 50%. So it's really an amazing thing, to be able to be alone, to not be lonely, but be alone sometimes, to honor yourself, to honor your space, to just write down your gratitude list and what do you want. Baby steps, yes, I would say, because I trip over the flags when I go too fast, but let's see, you guys. Okay. Let's see. So another thing that I always love talking about is I met a chef one time years ago, and he was a Reiki master. Or he only did like one thing of Reiki, but he told me that all of his plates were on the little symbols, and he did all the symbols over his food. I also truly believe that if you believe the symbols are going to work, they're going to work. Like, you could do it in your head. It's whatever we believe. It's whatever we are, but sometimes the rituals of things just kind of solidify the power of it for us. So that's totally cool. Any rituals you want to do, to help you, the sage, the Palo Santo, the candles, the crystals, that's totally cool. It's what you believe. If you believe it's going to work, it's going to work. So I was like, I just had a epiphany moment when I was talking to him. I'm like, wait a second. I'm like, so you're blessing their food without them even knowing. You're putting good energy into their food, so that they're going to be too busy. They're not going to be blessing their food, and the food's going to taste better, and you're going to probably get hired again, all energetically. So I was like, oh my gosh. I'm like, I hope that I do that with my people. I hope. I went back with a whole new way of working with people. Before I even got on the phone with people, I was like blessing the call. Before I even went to my photo shoots or had my client calls, I was like blessing it all. Even saying, everybody will be on their best behavior. We will have such amazing breakthroughs right now, because it's energy and you're claiming it. They will hear everything they're supposed to hear. They're going to have, it's just to set up the intention of it and to blast it with love is huge power, huge. And it changed my business for me to be aware of that. So I'm so glad that I put two and two together. I mean, I think I was kind of doing it, but I like to do it more intentionally. As soon as you wake up, start blessing things. If there's someone that you're angry with, just bless them, blast them with love. As hard as that is, if there's someone that you need to forgive, and I had a situation like this, and I'd rather just be pissed. Who's that hurting? Me. Who's that freezing? Me. Not them. So you don't need to be around them, but just do your love bursts to people. We know why they come at you in negative ways, because they're living in fear. They're afraid of something. There's fear and love. And on the scale, whatever emotion you're showing, if is vibing either high or low. So if you understand that's why people are the way that they are, then you don't have to take such offense to it in the event you're in a situation like that. So let's see. Let's talk about money too, and how we take care of money. How does your wallet look? How does your purse look? How does your car look? Like, how are these things that you want more of? How are they? Like, is there room in your car for a passenger to come and sit? Or if you were a realtor, could you get a client in the car, or would you need to clean it out a little bit? How is your closet packed with stuff? How is your refrigerator packed with stuff? Like, can you clean out the refrigerator so you can allow more? Clean out the closet so you can allow more. When we start clearing things out and organizing, a lot of people find money. A lot of people find interesting things, which is fun. But then you're also opening up space, and you're telling the universe, okay, I'm ready, deliver, I'm ready, deliver, I'm ready, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I want new clothes, clear out some of your old clothes. Make room and space so the universe can deliver to you, the fun things that we don't even know are coming. We might have written down a couple things, but there are so many more amazing things coming. So let's prepare for it. Let's prepare for that instead of the chaos that everybody is saying, what's happening with our world, because money doesn't come from your job. It comes from your source. Love doesn't come from, from the sites or from whatever, your next door neighbor. It comes from your source, and you're divinely lined up. If you're aligned, you're lined up. So if you can flow a little bit and be hopeful and be grateful and celebrate that it's coming without a shadow of a doubt. I mean, it's almost like when it comes in, I've sometimes celebrated and gotten so excited and gotten that excited feeling in my stomach that by the time it comes in, I'm like, old news. Now I got to get another car. No, I'm just kidding. I'm so grateful. I love it. I love it. I love it. But that's how it is. Like excited, like it's already there. That's the excitement you have to have. And that's why going back to a rock star moment, if you have a hard time conjuring up those feelings, going back to a rock star moment, something that you can actually capture the feeling of and relishing in that feeling brings it in. And it's so fun. I know you guys do this. This is fun, right? All right, let's see. Where am I at here? Hi, Jason. Oh yeah, Jason sends love bursts all around. Karen, cleaning my closet is something I can definitely do. Yep. I've got to clean out my inventory today when we're finished with the call. Yes, Jenna, it's coming. It's all coming. But yet, we don't want it all at one time, right? Like Abraham Hicks says, you don't want to go to a buffet and eat the whole thing at one time. You want to just enjoy it and relish in the cake or whatever it is, and then allow your body to absorb it. So when you're blessing your own food, going back to the weight thing that we were talking about yesterday, when you're blessing your own food, just claim it. My body is going to take what it needs and nourish it and then get rid of the rest of it. And basically not gain weight. You have to say that in a positive way. And and I may even wake up a pound lighter tomorrow. So if you're having a hard time with weight, or I've been on this quarantine carb situation here, and I know I can do this, but sometimes, we're eating Pop-Tarts, and I haven't had Pop-Tarts since I was 16 years old, and we've already gone through three containers of them. Just fun comfort foods that finally I was like, listen, stop. I have got to just reel it in. I didn't feel well though either. So I don't want to continue to eat that way and bless it and not gain weight, but because I didn't really feel well. So I want to go back to the salads and the fruit and stuff like that. But I ask, okay, please help me. Help me with my fruit, and my smoothies. I don't want to be hungry when I wake up in the morning. I want enough just to, I don't want to be starving or craving anything. And I say that, and I'm able to, for some reason, because it all works, my mind takes over. And then I'm not hungry for Pop-Tarts, I'm hungry for fruit, Interesting. So, all right, that's all I have today for you. We're going to go more into energy leaks tomorrow. And I still have a lot tomorrow and Friday for you as well. So keep doing your 333s, clean out your stuff so you can call in more. Know it's coming. Get excited today, and post your celebrations so we can celebrate with you in the group as well. Oh, and then also questions too if you have any questions. I think I covered everything. Okay, you guys. Thank you for watching. I love you. Bye. Have a great day.